All right. Are you aware that out of the 5 individuals who went to Tampa, that Alicia Andrews' phone has the most activity, network activity?
Yes.
All right. That it has a significant amount more GPS connections and just overall data as to where people were at or where the device was at than the other 4 individuals?
Specifically, her device and Sean Gaithwright's are the 2 most active out of the 4 devices that we tracked, yes.
All right. But hers has even significantly more data than Sean Gaithwright's device.
I cannot begin to speak on specific number of, these are large raw data files, so there's thousands of connections with the phone speaking to the satellite. From the visualization of the way I can see it, hers and Sean Gaithwright's are about equally or pretty active. The other 2, not so much.
You said they were equally active?
In the vicinity. Again, I can't specify. We're talking about thousands of raw lines of data.
Well, I guess I'm just trying to make it clear. I don't know if you're saying that the phones had equal activity on them, or if you don't know whether one had more than the other.
I know that they both had high usage.
But you don't know which one had more?
No, I would not be able to put a number on that.
All right. In this case, there was no search warrant conducted at Alicia Andrews' home. Is that correct?
No.
And at Alicia Andrews' home, you could have found evidence pertinent to this case. Is that accurate?
Objection, Your Honor. Speculation. I'm going to overrule. You can answer. Go ahead.
So just because you participated in the murder doesn't mean we can automatically search your house. There was no evidence that were to lead us to believe that we would find material evidence in her house.
Like a phone?
We got the phone that she had.
No, you had the new phone that she got.
Correct.
You don't have the old phone.
We had reason to believe the old phone was no longer in her possession.
What reason did you have to believe that?
Because she was in possession of a new phone.
So that means she no longer has the old phone.
Again, I would have to have evidence that that phone is currently in her house, and we had no evidence that that phone was currently in her house.
All right. It's different to say that you don't have evidence that the phone is in her house than to say you have evidence that she got rid of the phone, right?
What? I'm sorry.
Well, let me ask you this.
Question.
You don't have any evidence that shows she got rid of the phone, correct?
I don't have any evidence that she got rid of the phones or hid it, or we don't know what happened to the phone.
All right. So there's no indication that she threw the phone away, right?
Correct.
There's no information that she threw it in a river or the ocean, right?
And there's no information she's hiding it in her house.
All right. And you don't have any evidence that would support that there was a single piece of evidence in Alicia Andrews' home for this murder?
So in order to establish probable cause for evidence to search a house, again, just because you participated in murder doesn't mean I can automatically search your house. I have to have probable cause, reason to believe that there's something material important to this case that I have knowledge that it's currently in her house. No, there wasn't any evidence that we would find anything material to this investigation in her house. Neither Davion's, neither Rashad's.
All right. And probable cause is a low standard, right?
Probable cause is a less standard than proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
All right. So it's lower.
Yes.
So there were no Glock switches found on Alicia or in her home, right?
I didn't search Alicia Andrews' home.
Right. There were no bullets, no casings, none of that stuff inside of Alicia Andrews' home.
I can't testify to what's in her home.
Did you ask her parents to search her
No.
home? So you never even asked for consent to search the home?
From her parents, no.
Right. But you did speak to her parents, right?
I did speak to her parents.
And they were nice individuals?
That was my feeling, yes.
All right. This is Alicia Andrews inside of an interrogation room in Jacksonville, correct?
Correct.
And interrogation rooms are usually set up the same?
Similar, sure.
Right? There are no windows inside the interrogation rooms usually, right?
Correct.
The defendants are usually seated with their backs against the wall,
In view of the camera.
with their backs against the wall as well.
It would depend. The primary purpose of where we seat them is so that they're in view of the camera. It could be that their back is against the wall in a different room. It could be something else. In this specific situation, her back is against the wall, yes.
All right. And there's also a wall to her left.
Correct.
And then when you and Detective Campbell come inside, you're pretty much seated on her right, correct?
I'm to her right, yes.
All right. So she's surrounded, right? And she's 21 years old at this time.
Yes. She's in custody, yes.
All right. But she's at this point, she's not in custody for a murder, right?
She is in custody for a local charge from Jacksonville's officer. She was under arrest at that point.
But not for this murder.
Not for this murder.
Your Honor. Sidebar, please.
Okay.
All right. Alicia Andrews in the interrogation, again, she's 21 years old.
Yes.
All right. She's alone,
Yes, sir.
and she does not have an attorney present.
That's correct, sir.
All right. So during this interrogation, or before the interrogation started, you at no point in time told Alicia Andrews that you would keep her safe from anyone involved in this case,
Keep her safe in what way?
from the co-defendants that she has, the people who were charged with killing another individual.
She didn't express to me that she was in any kind of danger, so no, we didn't have that conversation.
All right. If an individual gives you information about people who've killed people in a gang, you think that she might be in any danger?
We weren't discussing deals here.
I'm not talking about a deal.
Okay.
I'm talking about whether she might be in danger for speaking about gang members who might have been involved in a murder.
As a generality,
generally-
if someone gave information on a gang member, could that be dangerous to their lives? I would agree to that.
All right.
Hey, Lisa. Deputy Campbell. Partner, Deputy Ramos. Take these in here to give you here. Yeah. Everybody nice?
Okay, stop. Is there a question on the table? What's the question?
I'm waiting until I'm publishing it to the jury, and I'm waiting until it gets to a part that I can ask a question.
Well, can we get to that part and then you ask the question?
Judge,
as
we put
opposed
this
to,
entire interview yesterday for 1 hour and 22 minutes without a question. I'm just trying to get to a particular part. I want the jury to see what's happening now, and then I'm going to ask a question about it.
great, can we get to that part?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, well, we're not just going to play it. Can we fast forward to the part?
In this moment, all right, God isn't in, okay, I know that you were in a relationship with Isaiah Chance, Gutta, okay, and I know he's probably already talked to you and, you know, probably tried to tell you what to do or what to say, okay? But I want you to understand, all right, in this moment, all right, Gutta isn't in this room and he can't do anything, you know, to help you in this situation. You have to make that decision for yourself, you know what I mean? I think that, you know, there's a lot of stuff that we have to show you that you would probably want to see, and I'm willing to be as open can be to show you everything that we have, you know what I mean, because I want you to make an informed decision about your life and where it goes from here, okay? Understand? You've never been arrested before? Okay. The situation here as it stands, okay, is you know, we want to show you the stuff we want to show you, and we want to give you the opportunity, you know, and it's your choice, okay, but before we can go into those details, we are going to read your rights, okay?
You don't understand something about your rights. You're the driver's seat on that.
All right. To your right is Detective Campbell, right?
Correct.
And he is about to talk to Alicia Andrews and tell her about her rights, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Talk about what you want to talk about. Don't want to talk about what you don't want to talk about.
And he tells her, talk about what you want to talk about, and you don't have to talk about what you don't want to talk about. Is that correct?
That is what he said.
All right.
Does he go back? You don't call, you never call him that?
Just be honest.
Just going out.
Just
I got you like to remember it's not before. But so he asked this one.
Who's he?
My boyfriend.
Got him?
Yeah.
Pause it. All right. When you asked Alicia Andrews who her boyfriend was and if it was Gutta, she says yes, right?
Her initial response there, yes, correct.
All right. So she's not trying to hide or pretend like she doesn't know who Gutta is. She answered your question truthfully.
At that moment, yes.
All right.
What did you call me?
Well, when you call.
All right. Since she asked, why are y'all calling him that, right?
Yes.
Do you take that to mean that she's trying to say she doesn't know who he is?
My next question was, you don't know him by Gutta, and she said no. So
Please.
Dang.
Zay? So does he go back?
Just be honest.
Just going out.
Just let-
I got you like to remember it's not before that. So he asked this one.
Who's he?
My boyfriend.
Got him?
Yeah. What did you call me?
Well, when you call him.
Zane.
Zay? So does he go back? You don't call, you never call him Gutta? Never?
That's not like good.
So you did ask two questions there. You started to ask, do you know him by Gutta? And then you started to say, the question finished as, do you call him Gutta?
You-
Correct?
Specifically, you never call him Gutta, and she shook her head no.
Right. And your impression of that is that she's lying to you about knowing Gutta?
No, she just said she did know Gutta a second ago. It's just there seemed to be some evasiveness about the usage of Gutta.
Well, I mean, have you ever seen a text message in her phone where she's talking to Isaiah Chance and she calls him Gutta?
Her phone has the word Gutta in it many times.
Right. But when she's talking to him, does she call him Gutta in any text messages?
I can't recall the specific text message where she sent to him calling him Gutta.
Do you have any evidence that would show that she has called, when she's speaking to Isaiah Chance, that she's called him Gutta before?
That she has called him Gutta?
Yeah, that she's talking to him and she says, hey, Gutta, can you go make me a sandwich? Did you have anything like that?
No.
I said, hey, you can call him Zay, because that's what you know him about.
Who all went down to Tampa with you?
When you asked her who all went down to Tampa with you, she said, I don't know them people. Is that correct?
Something along those lines, yes, that's what I heard.
All right. And did she know those people before she met them, when she went down there?
A very minimal, she spent a 3-hour car ride with Mr. Gaithright on the way down to Tampa, and she admitted that she had been to his house before for some kind of gathering. So that was evidence that she knew Mr. Gaithright. So that's one of the people that she said, the only person she said she was there with.
She didn't say that. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me back up. Is there any evidence that she knew Davion Murphy
No,
or Rashad Murphy?
not that I found.
And the knowledge that she had of Sean Gathright is one time she went to his house and got a plate of food and left.
That's from her statement.
Okay. I mean, well, do you have any other evidence that shows that she was
Yeah,
ever
video
around
footage
Sean Gathright?
of her getting in a car with Sean Gathright. You spent, the 24 hours with Mr. Gathright, or approximately from the ride down. So that's evidence that she's seen him before. She's hung out with him before.
Right. Just because you see people, does that mean you know them?
It depends on how much time. I mean, if I rode in a car with somebody for hours and spent a day with them at an Airbnb, I'd know enough to recognize them.
Well, Alicia Andrews did not spend a day with Sean Gathright at the Airbnb, correct?
We want to get approximately, there was a 3.5 hour car ride, approximately 15, 16 hours, and then a 3.5 car ride after that. So less than, maybe a couple hours short of a day.
Right. But when she's in the Airbnb, Sean Gathright is over on Nebraska teasers.
For 30 minutes, but most of the time his device was at the Airbnb when she was at the Airbnb.
No. 30 minutes he was on Nebraska?
Between 10 and 10:30 is when his phone left the Airbnb and goes up and down Nebraska, but then it goes back to the Airbnb.
All right. At what time does he get back to the Airbnb?
I can't recall at this point. We'd have to open up the cell hawk mapping, but it was somewhere in between 10:30 and 11.
And then she goes to McDonald's. Sean Gathwright's not with her there.
Correct.
And Sean Gathwright is not with her in the Chevy Cruze.
Correct.
And when, I guess after everything is done, do you know if Sean Gathwright and Alicia Andrews hung out in the Airbnb together?
There's evidence that they were all in the Airbnb after the murder. What Mr. Gathwright and Alicia were doing inside the Airbnb, I can't speak to. We have no way of knowing.
All right, so they weren't like sitting next to each other for 24 hours in this Airbnb.
Objection, that's a speculation.
You can answer if you know.
I don't know what they were doing in the Airbnb.
All right, no problem. So during the interrogation, you made some threats to Miss Andrews. Is that correct?
I wouldn't call it a threat, no.
Okay. Well, there were questions that applied pressure to Miss Andrews. Is that correct?
It's an interview tactic.
Okay. So interrogation tactic.
Yes.
So you're taught how to interrogate individuals.
I'm taught different methods of interrogation tactics to try to elicit information from the person I'm interrogating, correct?
All right, and the purpose of those interrogation tactics and an interrogation is to get an individual to confess, right?
The ultimate goal in any interview is to get the truth out of the subject you're interviewing.
All right. So the statements to her, like about visiting family through glass, about not having her baby or having the baby in a jail or in prison, those to you are not threats.
No, not at all.
Do you think that the people you are interrogating perceive those things as threats?
I can't speak to what her perception of my statements. I can only speak to the way I intended them, and it was mostly to educate her about the process so she can make an informed decision and as a part of an interview tactic.
All right. Let's talk about the decision, I guess, that she's making here. The decision is either to tell you about other individuals that she was with that weekend or to not. Is that correct?
The decision that she has to make in this room is whether she's going to be honest with me or not.
All right. And she told you several truths, correct?
I would agree that there was some truths in her statement, yes.
She told you she was in Tampa, right?
Correct.
She told you she went there with her boyfriend.
Correct.
She told you that she went to the McDonald's.
Correct.
She pointed herself out in the McDonald's camera.
Yes.
She pointed herself out in the video camera for teasers.
Yes, sir.
She told you that she went to some clubs, correct?
Correct.
She told you that she had on that same jean jacket that you see in the video there.
Correct.
She told you that she sent a text message to someone inquiring about an Airbnb, right?
Yes, sir.
She admitted to taking an Uber back home.
Correct.
She admitted that she had met Sean Gathwright prior to going down to Tampa, right?
Yes.
She admitted to going through the front door of the Airbnb.
Correct.
And she admitted to knocking on that front door, right?
Yes.
She admitted to not opening the back door to let others in through the back, correct?
That was her statement, yes.
Well, it was the truth. She didn't let anyone through the back
Again,
door.
we have no idea of knowing who opened the back door. That's not, there's no way to know that.
She admitted to not having the Airbnb app on her phone.
I'm sorry, I don't recall whether we spoke about whether Airbnb app was downloaded on her phone or not.
She says it in the interview.
Okay.
But let me move to a different question.
Sure.
When Sergeant Campbell asked her about how to get into her phone, he referenced using facial recognition to get into the phone.
I believe, yes, he was asking about how she unlocked the phone for Mr. Chance. Yes, sir.
And she corrected him and said, it's not facial recognition, it's a password that I put in.
Correct.
All right. So she told you the truth, all of those truths about herself, right?
Yes.
Placing herself at the scene in Tampa and with her boyfriend. correct?
Correct.
And she was dishonest to you about the involvement or role of other individuals. Is that correct?
She was dishonest about a lot of things. I mean, we are going to go down a similar list.
Well, she was dishonest about Davion Murphy, right?
Is there a specific part of, because we talked about these guys in multiple parts.
Well,
multiple
specifically, you asked if Davion Murphy was at the Airbnb or he stayed at the Airbnb, and she said she didn't know or no, something like that.
I believe her first response to whether he was at the Airbnb was no, and then she indicated, she changed it and said that he laughed a couple times, you know, so
Did you ever offer her any protection from Davion Murphy?
no.
All right. What about from Rashad Murphy?
That's not something that would come up at this stage.
All right.
Did he come to the Airbnb? Did you guys pick this guy up?
So, at the time of this interrogation, the video footage that you saw was Alicia Andrews in and out of the silver Chevy Cruze. Is that correct?
At which specific point, sir?
Well, for any video footage you saw from either teasers or from the USF or Home 2 Suites, your idea, your opinion was that Alicia Andrews was associated with the silver Cruze.
During the active stalking of the victim and the murder, yes, Alicia Andrews was in the silver Cruze.
All right. And at the time of this interview, this interrogation, did you have footage from Sean Gathwright's home?
No.
All right. So at the time of this interrogation, you believed that Alicia Andrews traveled down from Jacksonville in the silver Cruze.
I didn't know what vehicle she traveled down from Jacksonville, and I just knew that there were two vehicles that came down.
All right. And when... Go ahead. 217.
Where was that silver car that you're in the drive-thru in? Is that the car that you and Zay traveled down from Jacksonville in for the weekend?
You asked her if the silver Chevy Cruze was a car that she and Isaiah traveled down in, right?
Correct.
And she says, no, I don't know. Right?
That's what her response was, yes.
All right. That response is true, right? She doesn't travel down in the silver Chevy Cruze.
No, she doesn't. She travels down in the Impala.
The black Impala.
I think I asked her that as well.
You don't remember what vehicle you traveled down in from Jacksonville? What's that? You were following Zay? He was kind of leading the activities. Were you in a different car than Zay on the weekend?
No, I just asked what we do over the weekend.
You just came down?
Plan was.
Is this Zay's little brother?
When you showed Alicia Andrews a photo of Sean Gathwright, you showed her a photo of Sean Gathwright with little to no hair. Is that correct?
Shorter hair, yes, that's correct.
Shorter hair. And you know that Sean Gathwright had long hair at the time of the murder in this case.
At the time of the murder, he had longer hair, yes.
Right. At the time that he and Alicia Andrews would have been around each other, he had long hair. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And you showed her a picture of Sean Gathwright with short hair.
That's the only photo I had.
Right. And you asked her if she knew who he was,
Correct.
and she said she didn't know.
Correct.
But throughout the interview, she does refer to Isaiah Chance's little brother throughout the interview. So she does refer to a third person being in the vehicle with them as they're coming down from Jacksonville. Is that correct?
It's my understanding that little brother was Sean Gathwright. She just wouldn't identify him from the photo.
Okay. But she told you there was another individual there.
Specifically in the beginning, it's supposed to be them three, just her, Isaiah, and little brother.
And when they left Jacksonville, it was just them three, correct?
Correct.
Conversations with him at all? Did he introduce himself? All the way back to Jacksonville. So you drove down in a car you don't remember, and then you took an
I'll
Uber?
tell you, I followed him.
Okay. All right.
If you say go, I'm ready to go. I was arguing doing that. We kept arguing.
You heard her say that she was ready to go because they kept arguing, correct?
Yes.
Is this the gentleman that was driving the cruise at McDonald's? Yeah.
All right, you're showing her a photograph of Davion Murphy,
Correct.
and you ask her if that's the gentleman who was driving the cruise in the McDonald's, right?
Correct.
And she says it probably was.
Correct.
All right. So that, again, is a truthful statement.
Yes.
That's fine.
I was in front.
Yeah,
Knocked on the door.
but this camera goes off every time somebody passes it, and in order to get in, you have to put in a code, and that code gets tracked on the app. I spoke to the owner of the Airbnb. Nobody else went in. How did they get in?
I'm not sure.
Did you let him in another door?
Is it possible you could have opened the back door?
No. No, I did
Were
not.
you there by yourself?
All right. At this time during the interrogation, you are sure that she entered the front door and let people in through the back.
No.
You're not sure about that.
No, I'm sure that she's the only one caught on camera coming into the Airbnb, and that's all I can be 100% sure about at that point.
But you're questioning her as if she let people in through the back door, right?
At that time, with the evidence that had at that moment, there was a logical deduction made that she was the only one that came in, because the primary bulk of what I analyzed was the Ring video footage, which showed she was the only one that went in through the front door.
But admittedly, the logical deduction that you made at that time, it was incorrect.
As far as her opening the back door, we don't know. We have no way to know if she opened the back door or not.
No, as far as her being the first person to go in.
Again, the logical deduction at this point, I've testified from the logs, would lean that somebody came in approximately 36 seconds, in a 36-second window before her, yes.
All right. But that's not the deduction that you had at the time of this interrogation.
Yes, correct, sir.
It's also not the deduction that you had at the time that Alicia Andrews was arrested for this murder.
Correct.
Yourself at Airbnb? Well, it can't be you and him because you're the only one that goes in the front door. Nobody else comes in that front door. People records every single person that comes in that front door and uses that code. When you guys went out to McDonald's, did you go out the front door? You don't know? Or did you go out the back door? Which door did you go out?
I'm not sure. Question.
Do you understand what I'm talking about? That you're the only one that went into the front door? Nobody else went in that front door? So how did Zay get inside if you were the only one in the front door?
I did not.
Huh?
I don't know if I did not.
No, I understand how you got in the front door.
Yeah,
How did anybody else get in? Because nobody else is on
anybody
camera.
else?
Zay was with you, he stayed there,
I
right?
did.
He didn't go in the front door.
I don't know. I did not.
Zay didn't go in the front door.
I'm not sure where he went.
Was he inside with you?
Yes, of course. I didn't know myself.
Okay, they didn't go in the front door.
Why? Oh.
You're mentioning a 36-second buffer. So now that you have the locking log, your understanding is that whoever went in first must have gone in 30 seconds before Alicia Andrews, because that camera takes 36 seconds to turn on?
Okay, so the locking log specifically shows 7:55, but it does not give a second marker on when that activation is. So presumably that locking log could indicate 7:55, from 01 all the way to 59. The camera footage starts at 36. So there's a period from 01 to 36 that somebody had to have been in that window. They couldn't have come in at 7:54 because the knock and log would have said 7:54. So whoever came in, if someone came in before her, came in between 7:55:01 and 7:55:36 when we see her on camera and don't see anybody else going in other than her.
Okay. I need State's Exhibit 60. That's fine.
else went through the front door by you. I'm just asking one thing that I know is 100% truthful. And you can't answer that.
He has to give me the code.
The Detective Campbell says that one thing he knows is 100% truthful. Did you hear that statement?
I heard that statement, yes, sir.
Play it.
Code of the ring. It's actually this audio of that. You have to get the code to get in. He gave you the code. Oh, it's audio recorded. It's
I
audio.
don't have the code.
The guy gave you
Y'all
the
can tell me
code.
a lot about code. I don't have the code.
It's on audio.
Go back and listen. What code did you hear me say?
I can tell you this. How many women?
So when she's telling you all repeatedly that she did not have a code and you keep confronting her about this code, she is telling you the truth.
I would believe her, yes, that after the locking log, I don't believe that she's the one to put the code in after my review of the locking log, yes, sir.
All right, even though she's like kind of smiling and kind of slouched and nonchalant, she's still telling you the truth, correct?
In that moment about that specific topic, yes, sir.
All right.